Hi students, in our previous class we have discussed the resolution of a vector into 3 rectangular components and 2 rectangular components as well as multiplication of a vector with scalar. So today let us discuss the multiplication of vectors. There are 2 ways in which vectors can be multiplied. There are, first one is scalar product and the second one is vector product. So there are 2 ways in which the vectors can be multiplied. The first one is known as scalar product and the other name for scalar product is dot product. So dot product is also known as scalar product and the second one is vector product or we can also call vector product as cross product. So these are the 2 ways in which vectors can be multiplied. So first let us see the scalar product or dot product. So mathematically we can define the dot product as product of magnitudes of the vectors and cosine of the angle between the vectors. So mathematically we can define dot product as product of magnitudes of 2 vectors and cosine of the angle between the vectors, and we represent the dot product by dot by using the symbol dot in between 2 vectors. So let us write, if a bar and b bar are 2 vectors, then the dot product a bar dot b bar is given by product of magnitudes, that is magnitude of a into magnitude of b into cosine of the angle between the vectors, that is cos theta, if theta is the angle between 2 vectors a bar and b bar. So we can write simply ab into cos theta, a bar dot b bar equal to ab into cos theta. See, in this case we get the product as scalar product, hence the name scalar product. So the product we have obtained is a scalar quantity, hence we have given the name the scalar product. So it is also known as dot product, is also known as scalar product. So let us see the geometrical interpretation. So let us consider a vector a bar and another vector b bar. The angle between these 2 vectors is theta. So already we have discussed how to resolve a given vector into 2 rectangular components. So as the angle between 2 vectors is theta and b bar is inclined to an angle theta, we can resolve b bar into 2 components, that is b cos theta and b sin theta. Horizontal component is b cos theta and vertical component is b sin theta. So as we have discussed, these are the 2 rectangular components that a vector can be split into. Now I need the projection of b bar along a bar, projection of vector b bar along a bar. Projection of b bar along a bar. So what is that projection of b bar? It is nothing but the horizontal component, that is b cos theta. So the projection of b bar along a bar is b cos theta. So already we have known what is the formula for a bar dot b bar, ab into cos theta. So this we can write as a into b cos theta, where b cos theta is projection of b bar along a bar. So a into projection of B bar along A bar. So if we want the value of projection of B bar along A bar, that is B cos theta, we can get like this. So B cos theta is equal to A bar dot B bar by A. So this is the value of B cos theta, which is nothing but projection of B bar along A bar. Now let us see the geometrical interpretation of B bar dot A bar. So I am considering a vector B bar and another vector A bar, which is inclined to an angle theta with the B bar vector. So now resolve A bar into two components, that is the horizontal component is A cos theta and the vertical component is A sin theta. So now I can write B bar dot A bar is equal to BA into cos theta, which is nothing but AB cos theta. So B bar dot A bar can be written as AB into cos theta. Now what is the projection of A bar along B bar? Projection of A bar along B bar. So we are having a horizontal component along B bar, that is the projection of A bar along B bar, which is nothing but A cos theta. So projection of A bar along B bar is A into cos theta. So here B bar dot A bar is equal to B into A cos theta. So in place of A cos theta we can write, that is projection of A bar along B bar. So if we want the value of projection of A bar along B bar, transpose B to LHS. So we get projection of A bar along B bar equal to B bar dot A bar by B, or A bar dot B bar by B. So this is the formula for projection of A bar along B bar, which is nothing but A cos theta. So this is the way we have to find out the projection of A bar along B bar and projection of B bar along A bar. So now let us see what are the properties of dot product. Properties of dot product. The first one is dot product is commutative in nature. Dot product is commutative in nature, means we can see that A bar dot B bar is equal to B bar dot A bar, which is nothing but commutative property. Hence the dot product satisfies commutative property, and hence we can say that A bar dot B bar is equal to B bar dot A bar. And the next one is dot product is distributive with respect to sum. So dot product also obeys distributive law with respect to sum. Suppose if we consider A bar, B bar and C bar are the three vectors, then we can write A bar dot B bar plus C bar is equal to A bar dot B bar plus A bar dot C bar. Hence the dot product obeys distributive property with respect to the sum, that is addition. And the next one is, suppose if the angle between two vectors A bar and B bar be 0 degrees, means if theta is equal to 0 degrees, we can say that the two vectors are parallel. So when the angle between two vectors is 0 degrees, the vectors are parallel to each other, and from the definition, that is the mathematical definition, a bar dot b bar is equal to ab into cos theta. In place of theta substitute 0, so we get ab into cos 0. So already we know cos 0 value is 1. So as cos 0 value is 1, we get a bar dot b bar is equal to ab. So when the vectors are parallel to each other, the dot product will be simply the product of their magnitudes. Dot product is simply equal to product of their magnitudes. In the case, if theta equal to 0 degrees. And suppose, let us consider if the angle between two vectors is 180 degrees. If theta is equal to 180 degrees, we can say as they are pointing in opposite directions, the two vectors are anti-parallel. So when theta is 180, vectors are anti-parallel. Now substitute the value of theta in a bar dot b bar formula. So a bar dot b bar equal to ab cos theta, that equal to ab into cos 180 degrees. So cos 180 degrees value is -1. So we get minus ab. So when the angle between two vectors is 180 degrees, the product is simply equal to product of magnitudes of the vectors along with the negative sign. So these are the properties of dot product, and we shall discuss the some other properties of dot product. If the angle between two vectors is 90 degrees. So the next property is if theta is equal to 90 degrees, then we can say that the two vectors are perpendicular to each other. So already we know a bar dot b bar is equal to ab into cos theta. So substitute the value of theta as 90, we get ab into cos 90. So cos 90 value is equal to 0. Cos 90 equal to 0. So we get ab into 0, that so we get the dot product as 0. So as we get the dot product as 0, we can say that the two vectors are perpendicular to each other. Vectors are perpendicular if dot product is 0. Or if they are perpendicular to each other means, we can say that the dot product will be equal to 0. The next one is, if we take a vector a bar and if we multiply the vector a bar with same vector, that is a bar dot b bar, how it will be, let us see. So a bar dot b bar, already we know the formula is a bar dot b bar equal to ab into cos theta. So product of their magnitudes is a into what is the angle between the vectors? As we are considering the same vector, the angle will be 0 degrees. So cos 0. Cos 0 value is 1. So we get a into a square. So when we multiply a vector with the same vector, we take the dot product which is equal to square of its magnitude. So a bar dot a bar is equal to a square. If we already know that I cap is a unit vector along x axis and j cap is the unit vector along y axis and k cap is the unit vector along z axis. Now I am considering I cap dot I cap. So I cap dot I cap means by following the formula of dot product we can write the magnitude of I cap is 1 dot I cap. So the magnitude of I cap is 1 into angle between them with cosine, that is cos of the angle between them. As both we are taking as I cap, the angle between them is 0, hence cos 0. Cos 0 is 1, hence we get 1. I dot I is equal to 1. Similarly, if we consider j dot j, we also get as 1. And similarly, if we consider unit vector k, we get as 1. So, from dot product, we can say that if we consider the unit vectors, that is I dot I is equal to j dot j is equal to k dot k is equal to 1. Its value will be equal to 1. Now let us see what will be the dot product if we consider I and j, that is I cap dot j cap is equal to product of unit vector I is 1, the magnitude of unit vector is 1 and magnitude of unit vector j is also 1. So 1 into 1 into what is the angle between I cap and j cap? The angle between I cap and j cap is 90 degrees. So cos 90 is equal to 0. Hence I cap dot j cap is equal to 0. So similarly we get j cap dot k cap and k cap dot I cap and I cap dot j cap is equal to 0. So in the case of dot product, I dot j, j dot k, k dot I or I dot k, we get the value as 0, and if we consider I dot I, j dot j and k dot k, we get the value as 1. Now let us consider two vectors. Let a bar is equal to ax I cap plus ay j cap plus az into k cap, and another vector b bar is equal to bx I cap plus by j cap plus bz k cap. So how to find out the dot product if we get the vectors in this form? Let us see now. So what is the formula means? A bar dot b bar is equal to AB cos theta if we know the angle between two vectors. Otherwise, how to find out the dot product means A bar dot b bar is equal to AX I cap plus AY j cap plus AZ k cap dot BX I cap plus BY j cap plus BZ k cap. Now what shall we do is, let us distribute the term Ax I cap to the terms present in for the vector b bar. So we can write Ax I cap into Bx I cap plus By j cap plus Bz k cap plus Ay j cap into Bx I cap plus By j cap plus Bz k cap plus Az k cap into Bx I cap plus By j cap plus Bz k cap. So let us distribute the term Ax I cap to the terms present inside the bracket. Now Ax into Bx, we get Ax into Bx, and now let us multiply the unit vectors. I dot I is equal to 1, hence we get Ax into Bx into 1, and the next one is now Ax into By and I dot j is 0 into 0 plus Ax into Bz and I dot k is 0, so into 0. Similarly, for the next one, Ay into Bx and j dot I is 0, so the whole term will be 0, and Ay into By and j dot j is 1, hence we get Ay into By into 1 plus Ay into Bz and j dot k is 0, hence the term will be 0 plus, let us come for the next, that is Az into Bx. So, k dot I is 0, so that the whole term becomes 0 and k dot j is 0, hence that is also 0 and k dot k is 1. So, what will be the coefficients means Az into Bz. So, from this we get Ax into Bx, as Ax By into 0 is 0, we get here as 0, this term is also 0. So, Ax Bx plus Ay By plus Az Bz. So, we can write the dot product A bar dot B bar as Ax Bx plus Ay By plus Az Bz if we are given two vectors A bar and B bar in such a way. So, let us take an example so that you will understand how to find out the dot product if two vectors are given. So, what are the two vectors given is A bar and B bar. And given A bar is equal to 2i cap minus 3j cap plus k cap and B bar is equal to minus I cap plus 3j cap plus k cap. So, let us find out the dot product. So, A bar dot B bar is equal to, what is the vector A bar? 2i cap minus 3j cap plus k cap dot minus I cap plus 3j cap plus k cap. Now, let us write 2i cap into the second vector minus I cap plus 3j cap plus k cap minus 3j cap into minus I cap plus 3j cap plus k cap plus k cap into minus I cap plus 3j cap plus k cap. So, now let us see. So, here we are multiplying the same unit vectors, that is I dot I. I dot I is 1, hence multiply the coefficients, that is 2 into minus 1 minus 2 is, and I dot I is 1, so minus 2 into 1. And if we consider I dot j, it is 0, so the term becomes 0 and I dot k is also 0. So, we get zeros. And the next one, we are having j dot I is 0. So, it is 0 and j dot j is 1, hence multiply its coefficients, that is minus 3 into plus 3. Into 1 plus the third term is k dot I is 0, k dot j is 0 and k dot k is 1. So, multiply the coefficients, that is 1 into 1. So, on simplifying we get minus 2 minus 3 into plus 3, 3 into 3 is 9, plus into minus is minus, so minus 9 plus 1. So, minus 2 minus 9 gives you minus 11 plus 1, which gives you minus 10. So, the dot product A bar dot B bar for the given vector's value is minus 10. So, in this way we have to solve it. So, it will be easy for us if we remember what will be the value of I dot I? J dot J, K dot K, which is equal to 1, and I dot J, J dot K, and I dot K is equal to 0. So, if you remember these values, we can simply solve the problem very easily. Two vectors A bar and B bar are given, then how to find out the angle between two vectors by using dot product? Let us see now. So, we are given two vectors, that is A bar is equal to Ax I cap plus Ay j cap plus Az k cap, and another vector B bar is equal to Bx I cap plus By j cap plus Bz k cap. So, already we know the formula for dot product, that is A bar dot B bar is equal to AB cos theta. So, from this write formula for cos theta. So, cos theta is equal to A bar dot B bar by AB. So, from this previously we have discussed what will be the dot product if we are given two vectors in this form. So, we have obtained A bar dot B bar is equal to Ax into Bx plus Ay into By plus Az into Bz. And what is magnitude of vector A means, it is given by A is equal to square root of Ax square plus Ay square plus Az square, and magnitude of B is Bx square plus By square plus Bz square. So, substitute these values in cos theta. So, we get cos theta is equal to A bar dot B bar value is Ax into Bx plus Ay into By plus Az into Bz divided by the magnitudes. So, A magnitude vector is and magnitude of B bar vector is square root of Bx square plus By square plus Bz square. So, in this way we can find out the angle between two vectors by using dot product if we are given two vectors in such a form. If the same two vectors, that is A bar is equal to Ax I cap plus Ay j cap plus Az k cap, and B bar is equal to Bx I cap plus By j cap plus Bz k cap, if L1 M2 if L1 M1 N1 are direction cosines and L2 M2 N2 are direction cosines for vector B bar, then how can we write? Let us see now. So, already we can write cos theta is equal to Ax into Bx plus Ay into By plus Az into Bz divided by product of their magnitudes, that is A into B. So, we can write this as Ax into Bx by AB plus Ay into By by AB plus Az into Bz by AB. So, on further splitting this, we can write this Ax by A into Bx by B plus Ay by A into By by B plus Az by A into Bz by B. So, in our previous class, we have already discussed what is the direction cosine. So, if L1, M1, N1 are direction cosines of A bar, so we can write the L1 is equal to Ax by A, M1 is equal to Ay by A, N1 is equal to Az by A, and L2 value will be Bx by B m2 is equal to by by b, n2 is equal to bz by b. So substitute these values here. So cos theta is equal to ax by a can be written as L1 and bx by b can be written as L2. So L1 L2 plus m1 m2 plus n1 plus n1 into n2. So we get cos theta is equal to L1 into L2 plus m1 into m2 plus n1 into n2, where L1 m1 n1 and L2 m2 n2 are the direction cosines for the given vectors. So we can say that the two vectors are perpendicular if two vectors are perpendicular, we can also say that L1 L2 plus m1 m2 plus n1 n2 is equal to 0. Why? Because this is equal to cos theta. So when the angle is 90 degrees, cos 90 becomes 0. So we can say that the two vectors will be perpendicular if the direction cosines, that is if we consider direction cosines such that L1 L2 plus m1 m2 plus n1 n2 is equal to 0. Let us see the problem. If I cap plus 2j cap plus nk cap is perpendicular to 4i cap plus 2j cap plus 2k cap, means here it is given that the two vectors are perpendicular. So when two vectors are perpendicular, we can say that the dot product will be 0. So let us take the dot product of the two vectors, that is I cap plus 2j cap plus nk cap dot 4i cap plus 2j cap plus 2k cap. So as the dot product is equal to 0, we can say that two vectors are perpendicular. So he asked to find out the value of n. So let us see. So first find out the dot product of given vectors, that is I dot I is 1. So multiplying its coefficients we get 4, and I dot j is 0, I dot k is 0. So the two terms becomes 0. Now coming to the next one, 2 into 4 8 and j dot I is 0. So the term is 0. So j dot j is 1. So multiply their coefficients, 2 into 2 4. So 4 plus 4 and j dot k is 0. So the term becomes 0. Now coming to the third term, that is k dot I is 0. So the term will be 0 and k dot j is also 0. And coming to k dot k, we get the product of its coefficients, that is n into 2, nothing but 2n is equal to 0. So 4 plus 4 is 8 plus 2n equal to 0. So transpose 8 to RHS, we get 2n is equal to minus 8 and n is equal to minus 8 by 2. And 2 cancels 8 4 times. So we get the value of n as minus 4. So if we take the value of n as minus 4, we can say that the two vectors are perpendicular to each other. So in the question, if we ask that two vectors are perpendicular, means we have to use that the dot product must be equated to 0. Then we get the value of unknown terms which is given in the given vectors. Now let us write some formula, that is vector component of A bar in the direction of vector B bar. So vector component of A bar in the direction of B bar, let us see now. So let us consider this as R bar. So let us consider the vector component of A bar in the direction of B bar is R. So we can write r is equal to, so what is vector component of a bar? Means let us consider a vector b bar and another vector a bar. So the component of a bar along b bar is a cos theta. So he asked in the direction of b bar. So we can write this r is equal to a cos theta, and in the direction of b bar, so we can write as b cap. Why? Because unit vector is used to represent the direction of the given vector. So in the direction of b bar is given, hence I am taking as b cap. So a cos theta into b cap. Already we know b cap is equal to b bar by modulus of b. So substitute b cap value here. So we get r equal to a cos theta into b bar by b. So we can write a cos theta value as a cos theta is equal to a bar dot b bar by b. So now substitute again a cos theta value in r, we get r is equal to a bar dot b bar by b into b bar by b. So b into b gives us b square. So a bar dot b bar by b square into b bar is the formula to find the vector component of a bar in the direction of b bar. So that is equal to a bar dot b bar by b square into b bar. So let us see the vector component of b bar along the vector a bar. So the vector component of b bar along vector a bar, we can write the formula as r. So we can write r is equal to, let us consider a vector a bar and another vector b bar. So the projection of b bar on a bar is b cos theta. So the vector component of b bar on a bar is b cos theta. So vector component of b bar in the direction of a bar. So in the direction of a bar, so we are representing with a cap, as unit vector is used to specify the direction. Now we can write b cos theta value as a bar dot b bar by a. And already we know what is a cap formula. A cap is equal to a bar by a. So substitute these values in r, we get r is equal to a bar dot b bar by a and a cap value is a bar by a. So a into a gives us a square. So a bar dot b bar by a square into a bar. So this is the formula to find out vector component of b bar in the direction of a bar. So let us discuss what is the second one, that is cross product or vector product. So cross product can also be called as vector product. So how can we define this means? So we can define the magnitude of cross product, that is a bar cross b bar is equal to ab into sin theta, and the direction can be given by using unit vector n cap. So we can write a bar cross b bar is equal to ab sin theta into n cap, where n cap gives us the direction of the a bar cross b bar, and the result of cross product is also a vector. result of cross product is also a vector which is perpendicular to its original vectors, which is perpendicular to its both original vectors. Means the unit vector n cap is perpendicular to a bar vector and it is also perpendicular to b bar vector. So we can say that the result of cross product is also a vector, so which is perpendicular to its original vectors. So we can find out the direction of cross product by using right hand rule. So we can find out the direction by using right hand rule. So what is right hand rule means? Curl your fingers and stick your thumb upwards. So what does we do means, let us assume we are holding a stick. So like this we hold the stick. So this curl will be from the sense of rotation of fingers from a bar vector to b bar vector. So suppose if this is a bar vector and this is b bar vector and we are rotating from a bar to b bar, that is we are curling our fingers from first vector to second vector by making a smaller angle between the angles, then the thumb indicates the direction of a bar cross b bar, which is given by n cap. So if we observe, this a bar cross b bar direction is perpendicular to a bar vector and it is also perpendicular to b bar vector. So the direction can be given by right hand rule. So because of right hand rule, the order of vectors we are considering is very important. Why? Because the cross product does not obey commutative law. So a bar cross b bar is equal to minus b bar cross a bar. Hence it is non-commutative. The order of the vectors we are considering is very important. So we have already discussed that n cap is also a new vector which is perpendicular to both of the original vectors. So n cap is a new vector which is perpendicular to So as the third vector, that is the new vector, is perpendicular to a bar, we can say that n cap a bar is equal to 0. Why? Because the dot product is 0, we can say that the two vectors are perpendicular. So as it is perpendicular to b bar vector also, n cap b bar can also be said as its value is equal to 0. Hence they are perpendicular to vectors a bar and b bar. So let us discuss what are the properties of cross product. The first one is cross product is non-commutative. Cross product is non-commutative. Hence, if a bar and b bar are the two vectors, the cross product a bar cross b bar is equal to minus b bar cross a bar, and it is position sensitive. So cross product is distributive over sum. Cross product is distributive over sum. So we can write a bar cross b bar plus c bar is equal to a bar cross b bar plus a bar cross c bar. So cross product is distributive over sum. Hence we can say that A bar cross B bar plus C bar is equal to A bar cross B bar plus A bar cross C bar. So now let us see what is third property. If the theta is 0, theta is 0 means the angle between vectors A bar and B bar is 0. So what will be the formula for cross product A bar cross B bar? Magnitude is given by AB sin theta. So sin 0 value is 0. So we get A bar cross B bar is equal to 0. So when two vectors are parallel, then we can say that their cross product is 0. And the next property is, if the angle theta is equal to 90 degrees, then A cross B will be magnitude of A bar cross B bar is equal to AB sin theta. So that equal to substitute the value of theta, that is 90 degrees. So sin 90 value is equal to 1. So simply we can write the magnitude of cross product as the product of the magnitudes of the given vectors, that is AB. Now let us consider unit vectors, that is I cap, j cap and k cap along x, y and z axis. So if we consider I cap cross I cap, so the magnitude will be equal to AB sin theta. So magnitude of I cap is 1 and magnitude of unit vector is I is also 1. So 1 into what is the angle between the vectors? 0. That is sin 0. Sin 0 value is 0. So we get I cross I as 0. Similarly, j cross j and k cross k is equal to 0. So let us see, if we consider I cross j. So here we have to remember that, let us consider I, j, k. So if we consider in clockwise direction, we get positive. So we get positive if we go in clockwise direction, and if we go in anti-clockwise direction, we get negative. So I cross j is equal to, we are going in cyclic order, that is we are going in clockwise direction. So we get k. I cross j is equal to k. Similarly, if we want j cross k, j cross k means we are going in clockwise direction. So we get another unit vector which is positive, that is I. And next, k cross I. K cross I is equal to j. So if we go in clockwise direction, we get positive unit vectors which is perpendicular to both the original vectors. So if we go in anti-clockwise direction, suppose I am taking k dot j. So as I am coming in anti-clockwise direction, it is it is negative, and what is the other unit vector? That is I. So k cross j is minus I, and j cross I equal to minus k, and I cross k is equal to minus j. So we have to remember that what will be the value of I cross I, j cross j, k cross k, and also I cross j, j cross k and k cross I along with k cross j, j cross I and I cross k. So, if you remember these values, then it will be easy for us to solve the problems. We were given two vectors such that a bar is equal to axi cap plus ayj cap plus azk cap and b bar is equal to bxi cap plus byj cap plus bzk cap. How to find out the cross product of two vectors? Let us see now. So, a bar cross b bar is equal to, write the two vectors in the form of matrix, means the vector components we are writing as matrix. So, for that you consider the first row as unit vectors, that is I cap, j cap, k cap, and the second row as coefficients of the unit vectors for the first vector, that is ax, ay, az, and third row becomes the coefficients of unit vectors of the second vector, bx, by, bz. So, this is a 3 by 3 matrix. So, now let us see how to find out a bar cross b bar value. So, first I cap into, as I am considering I cap, the elements in first row and first column are eliminated. So, what are the remaining one? We have to write in as matrix form, ayaz, by, bj, and second unit vector we are having is j cap. So, second one we have to take it as minus, alternatively we have to take plus and minus. So, minus j into, so as j is in first row second column, the elements are eliminated. So, after eliminating those, we are having ax, az and bx, bj. So, similarly writing for third one, that is k cap into, so eliminate this column and first row we have ax, ay, bx, by. So, these are 2 by 2 matrices. Now, let us take the determinant of the matrix, I cap into, so how can we write this is multiply ay with bz. So, ay bz minus by az minus j cap into ax az minus az bx plus k cap into ax by minus bx ay. So, in this way we can find out the cross product of the two given vectors a bar and b bar, that is equal to I cap into ay bz minus by az minus j cap into ax az minus az bx plus k cap into ax by minus bx into ay. So, let us see one problem how to solve for a bar cross b bar. So, write a bar, b bar and the unit vectors in the form of matrix. So, we get a bar cross b bar is equal to I cap j cap into k cap, and now write the elements of first vector, that is we are not having unit vector, so that is 0, 4, 3. Next, the second vector 1, 1, minus 1. So, now write I cap into, so after eliminating first row, first column, we are having 4, 3, 1, minus 1. Next, minus j cap into, means eliminating first row, second column, we are having 0, 3, 1, minus 1 plus k cap into, eliminating first row, third column, we have 0, 4, 1, 1. Now, finding the determinant for the given 2 by 2 matrix, we get a bar cross b bar value. A bar cross b bar is equal to I cap into, here 4 into minus 1 we get minus 4, minus 1 into 3 minus 3, minus j cap into 0 into minus 1 0, minus 1 into 3 3, plus k cap into 0 into 1 0, minus 1 into 4 minus 4. So, minus 4 minus 3 gives you minus 7 I cap, and here we are having 0 minus 3 which gives us minus 3, minus 3 into minus gives us plus, so minus I plus 3j cap, and we are having 0 minus 4 which gives us minus 4, plus into minus minus, so minus 4k cap. So, A bar cross B bar is equal to minus I cap plus 3j cap minus 4k cap. So, in this way we have to solve for the A bar cross B bar, and we can find out area of the triangle using cross product. Area of triangle, if A bar and B bar are its sides. So, area of triangle let us find. So, we are taking a triangle. So, A bar is the base of the triangle and B bar is another side of the triangle. So, already we know what is area of triangle formula, half into base into height. Here base is A bar, so half A bar into, we need to find out the height. So, height means from vertex to the base. So, this B bar is resolved into two components, that is B cos theta and B sin theta. So, the vertical component is B sin theta which becomes the height of the triangle. So, this height is B sin theta. So, height is B sin theta. We can write B sin theta. So, half AB sin theta. So, if you see AB sin theta can be written as magnitude of A bar cross B bar. So, half magnitude of A bar cross B bar. So, area of triangle formula is half AB sin theta, or also we can write as half into magnitude of A bar cross B bar. If we want to find out area of parallelogram, so area of parallelogram, how to find out? So, what will be the mathematical formula for area of parallelogram? It is area is equal to base into perpendicular distance between its parallel sides. Perpendicular distance between two parallel sides. So, let us draw a parallelogram, and A bar is the base and B bar is one side. So, what will be the perpendicular distance between parallel sides means B sin theta. So, we can write area of parallelogram is equal to base. So, magnitude of A bar is A. So, A into the perpendicular distance between parallel sides is B sin theta into B sin theta. So, we can write this as magnitude of A bar cross B bar. So, if A bar and B bar are two adjacent sides of a parallelogram, then area of parallelogram can be found out by using magnitude of A bar cross B bar. D1, D2 are diagonals of a parallelogram. We can write area of parallelogram as half D1 cross D2. So, in this way also we can find out area of parallelogram if we know two diagonals D1 and D2.